It worked. Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back with a question mark to All Hail the Queen. For those of you who are familiar with this campaign, today's session is going to be a fun little offshoot one shot that is related to our main campaign in ways. But doing when we have more than one or two people missing, we hate to completely miss a session when everybody else can make it. So we're doing spin-offs like this from here on out to keep the ball rolling a bit. So I'm Dat Magic Juice. I'm your host, GM, cat herder of 2.5 for the day. And we're going to go through these two lovely people and introduce ourselves, our new characters for today. And then we'll just get right into it. So heck, who the heck are you?
Yeah, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. And while I usually play Aster, the druid, today I am playing Craig Pridestar. The quotes are there. This is what D&D Beyond has dealt me. I randomly rolled a character this afternoon, and we're gonna see how this goes.
Wow.
Hey, Pridestar's a fucking banger name. All I'm saying.
Craig. Hi everybody, my name is Bright. You can find me on all forms of social media at Bright Dystopia. And tonight I will be playing a character from another series, Dr. Cassius Solomon Ipsister, instead of my normal role as
Excellent. Would you like to share your class and anything else, or are we keeping that? No, okay,
absolutely not.
Nice.
If I say it here, then the other people will know.
I get it now. Okay.
Oh, that's
He's a cleric.
smart.
He's a cleric. It's fine.
Okay.
You know his class. He's a cleric.
Okay. Yeah. Don't let me spoil anything that
As
would
if
be
doctor.
spoiling.
This is doctor.
True. Okay. So here we are. We can see this. Let me make sure that this is squared away for our friends on stream to be able to see. We should be all set there. Yeah, so here's a little intro. The two of you have been asked by the Zentarim, by the leader of the Zentarim, Fazul Shembro.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
I told you.
Wait a minute.
I told you.
What? How did you roll that? That's uncanny.
It wasn't rolled. This is like an actual lore thing in D&D 5th edition, apparently. Fzoul.
It's even spelled.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
Fzoul.
Not PH.
Yeah, but still,
close enough, right?
That's wild.
Shout out to our friend Fazul in many other spaces and places. Anywho, Fazul Shembril in tandem with one Astriel Shalin, who you have found out is a leader within the Lord's Alliance, that you are part of a rare and experimental coalescence of faction-based activities, like cross-faction work. And I skipped that part. They tell you that the Cult of the Dragon has been able to discover unconventional ways of turning live dragons into Dracoliches, per reports from a high-ranking group of adventurers that spans across the factions as well. Hey, guess who that is?
Me? Is it me?
It's your other group.
No. It's me.
Anywho, it seems that the faction continues to research into more necromantic practices, and the factions would like to get caught up a step or two more than we have been to this point after this new frightening news. So for you, reports from a town called Red Larch, as you have investigated what's going on with this so far and try to get leads, lead you to a cave south of the town that recently had been used for mining, which is a top source of production for the town. It has been abandoned by miners in recent weeks due to reports of strange sounds and even monsters lurking in the shadows, spooking them away. at the mouth of the cave is where we now stand. Since it's the start of a one-shot and with just like a heavy overhead set of intro information, is there anything that you would like to clarify or talk about before we just get going?
No.
No.
Okay, so here you are at the mouth of the cave, and I'm just gonna go action.
I'm sorry, what was your name again? Dredge?
Craig.
Craig. Right. Well, Craig, after you.
All right.
For those curious, standing at the mouth of the cave is Dracoliches, a tall, gaunt, but tanned complexioned, slender individual with short kempt hair that he kind of keeps slicked back into the right, thin cheeks, very frail looking, that carries a black cloak around him with another purple shawl wrapped around and tucked in through the crevices, and just a black silk, not gi but not robed either. It's just kind of a fantasy power suit, let's say. It's just a tucked in shirt that overlaps itself and buttons off to the side with parachute pants that are also silk. And he keeps a very soft black leather book with a crescent moon etched into the front of it, kind of tucked up under his arm at all times, and keeps it in front of him. And then in his other hand, he carries a small pipe.
Yeah. And striking a torch at the mouth of this cave, is Craig. I'm gonna do the finger quotes every time. By the way, this just for those of you that are listeners at home and not watching. I'm doing this with my fingers every time. Striking a torch at the mouth of the cave is Craig, who is a rather tall man, like probably like at least 6 foot, probably closer to like 6'2", 6'3". Shaved sides, haircut with a little bit longer on top. Dark hair with what looks like pretty common clothing. It's like a common like cloth shirt, tougher pants, and is a very muscular build. I can already talk about his class. He's a barbarian. You can tell like his in terms of physique. That's probably where a lot of his strengths lie. Not sure if there's much else. He strikes one of the torches to be able to light the way forward. It looks pretty dark in here.
Yeah, and Craig, as you get to the mouth of this cave and notice that it's pretty dark here, you also see to your left a crudely etched sign on a piece of wood written in common that should be on your screen now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read it out loud for the audience since it's a little small. Come no closer, lest you catch the disfiguring plague that afflicts me, the Lord of Lance Rock.
Are you actually using the Roll20 today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoops. Hold on.
That's what the tokens were for.
I was like, yeah, there's tokens, and I totally didn't even think about it.
Just log into the game we already have. It's a new page.
There we go. Oh no. Ooh, hold on. Beep, beep. Oh. Okay, hardware acceleration is on. I just can't see. There we go. Cool.
You did it.
I did. I'm there.
We're here. And you can see, right?
I can. However, I can also see this. and this is not out yet. I should have told you to start it without. Sorry.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
Kitty.
She's not been summoned yet.
Got
Oh.
Paged, I mean.
Paged. I love that.
it. Okay, so it should just be the two of you.
Mhm.
Looks up the sign. It's very plague. Dude, my brother got that one time. Gotta stay safe.
Well, that's why we have you. Your meat serves as a proverbial safety net, no?
Me more or less hasn't failed me yet.
Great. So you be the meat, I'll be the brain. After
Good
you.
thinking, Doc.
Are you going to go in, or do I need to shove you? Come on, let's go. Make haste, Craig. Come.
Because, like, my token doesn't have light yet. I can't see where.
Oh, do you have a torch?
I do have a torch.
Okay.
yes.
What kind of light does it have?
I think it's just a standard torch. So let me
Is that
assume what that
20 and
does.
20, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, it's 20 and 20.
Got it. 2 seconds. 20 and 20.
I'll just use. There's already a torch on Craig, so Cassius will snap his fingers, sending a few sparks flying, until he finally gets a little magnesium sparkler effect going off of his thumb as he casts prestidigitation. It probably won't cast more than, like, at most 5 feet of light, but it's enough for him to see things nearby.
Okay. At least get, like, immediately in your vicinity kind of thing. Okay.
Yep, and it's just constantly going off.
Okay.
Of him.
That works. Okay, so you go into an entrance of a cave that there's a slight breeze that is coming outward from within, carrying the faint odor of rot and death. The floor and ceiling here are uneven, and the passage leads to the west, technically. I don't know why the map is sideways, but okay. And you can see that the path begins to narrow as you go.
Oh my. Well, looks like we'll have to resort to single file. Once again,
I'll go on ahead.
lead on Craig.
He confidently strides through the.
All right, Craig.
Ah! What is that?
Just at the edge of your purview, you see what looks like a body on the ground, and from this distance and the light, it looks like it's at least humanoid. 2 feet, and a body, above it. It's sort of laying with its feet toward you, so it's a little hard to see any details about it. And it does lie motionless.
Yo, dude, this is no place to be taking a nap. Are you okay? As he goes closer and looks,
All right.
realizes they're very dead.
Yeah, even just looking at this body from right here with the light, you can see that they are not breathing. They are very dead.
Cassius will kneel into the body and see if he can decipher how this creature died.
Sure, how do you do so?
He's just gonna check over the body, see where the injuries are, see where, if any, are any puncture marks on its being.
Okay.
I'll move clothes around to see if there's no apparent injuries, then I'll pull the shirt off and try to figure it out, like an autopsy kind of.
Okay, and that does remind me of a detail that I failed to mention. There is no shirt. It's basic pants only on this person. You can tell just by looking that it is human,
Okay.
and the skin around the mouth and eyes is grayed and browned, and then fingertips are sort of blue and gray as well as the toes. This has been dead for a while. Oddly enough, at first glance, it's face up. At first glance, you don't see any immediate wounds until you get to the neck, where you see a single. At first, it's hard to tell if it's like a slash or a stab wound, but then you can tell like it's small enough, only about an inch thick, and very, very thin on the other dimension, that it is likely some kind of dagger, like a single stab wound in the jugular. And then when you turn the body around, you can see that there are some scrape marks on the back that are scarred and healed. And then, I'm sorry, was there anything else you were looking for that I'm missing?
The cause, I was looking for the cause of death. So clearly it's this neck wound.
Yeah, you make a medicine check.
18.
Yeah, so you would be able to reasonably confirm that this neck wound, it was like right where this main artery is. So it's likely that it's very, very likely that this wound would have been, a bleed out, whatever is what killed this person. The one odd thing to you is that it's like scabbed over. There's no trail of blood around the body. There is no dried or stains of blood anywhere around the wound. It's just like this coagulated mass, big knife wound. And just as you sort of finish your examination and start to like set the whatever part of the body that you're holding, whether it's the hand or the head or whatever, to the ground, you see it just jerk. And both of you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah.
Not good at those. Not good at those.
I rolled a natural 2.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 5 for a total of 5.
And I still rolled higher.
The DC was 12. You're going, as soon as this body jerks,
Oh no.
you hear this like this rubbing sound. Did that come through? Probably
I
not.
heard a sound.
Okay. The mic is too good. I was trying to make just this is like muffled I guess single rub, like if you were to rub a hand on a piece of rock. Something like
God
that.
damn it. We still can't escape the farts.
And I like group of not boulders but like large rocks just like pummel the both of you for 7 bludgeoning damage each, as
Oh my
a
God.
creature jumps off of the ledge of the opening just at the very edge of your light, Craig.
Oh crap.
And the body on the ground just like leaps up into the air, and we need to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh God, chill, man, chill. Oh God. Okay. Okay.
I don't know if barbarians have that at level 3.
Have what?
Danger sense.
Oh my God, wait, do I? I might. It's too late now. I do have danger sense.
Oh, you can re-roll your initiative then. Oh no, the dex save? Yeah, re-roll the dex save.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh
18.
wow. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Alter Ego. I don't play martial classes, so this is like.
Love barbarians.
Okay, so you're gonna take half of that 7. 3.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Does that make you roll initiative at advantage too, or is that a different thing?
I think I just can't be surprised.
Okay.
No, it's just advantage on death saves or
Okay.
dex. Sorry, not death.
Okay.
Yeah, well, not blind to death and are incapacitated.
So your initiative is a 6. Okay.
Oof.
Right. What's your character's name again?
Cassius?
Cassius. Okay,
Dr. Cassius Solomon Ipsister.
gotcha. Okay,
Of
so
the Ipsister clerics.
excellent. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Cassius, this body jumps up at you at just after the moment that this pile of rocks gets thrown at your faces, and you are clearly under attack by whatever this thing is, and something that looks very much like it at the edge of Craig's light, trying to attack you. What would you like to do?
Am I seriously going first?
Yes.
Holy shit.
You got a 13, right?
Wait, yeah.
Oh, I did
Wait,
roll
but
a
I got
13.
a 14 though.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I was looking at your dex save.
It's like, there's no way.
Oh, okay,
My
I was
bad,
just
my
like,
bad.
really?
I'm
Okay.
plus 0 to my initiative, so like there's no
Plus
shot.
4.
Yeah, Craig, you are actually first.
Okay. You know, we're at the beginning of this cave. I feel like Craig is still confident enough to just like go easy on him. It's like it's just this weird guy, and I'm just gonna hit him with my great axe. Gonna go for a bonk. Guy right in front of me. Natural one.
Oh no, the rolls
Why?
already. Oh no.
Amazing.
It's like rage wouldn't have helped me there either.
Yep.
And that's like, no, it's level 3. We don't have reckless. Oh, we do have reckless, but like, I don't want to do that yet.
Wah, wah. Yeah, no need to. Or maybe.
It's the
no.
first combat. I don't need to go that hard.
It's fine. I can heal you.
Yeah, you're the doctor.
Inadvertently chose very complimentary classes.
Excellent. All right, is anything else for you?
Let's see. I mean, I could bonus action rage if I wanted to, but I don't want to yet. So yeah, that's just gonna be it.
Okay. All right, then we're on Cassius.
Let me see. I think we're gonna go, since this thing woke up in front of me, as part of his medical training, he trained under a very illustrious battle mage, referred to colloquially as La Antorcha. And she taught him how to resuscitate people using electrical currents in quick, short bursts. And so he rubs his hands together, puts them both on the chest, and casts Shocking Grasp on the two sides of this creature's chest,
Nice.
Clear.
and gives it a quick shove.
All right, that's an attack roll, right?
That is a 25 to hit.
Ooh, that's a big hit.
And he'll take 4 lightning damage as I shove him away.
Okay.
And I push back off of him to go over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, we're good.
All right. Is there any kind of disengaging in there, or does it get a swipe
Don't
at
need
you?
to hit him with a Shocking Grasp so he can't take reactions until the start of his
Ooh.
next turn.
Nice. Okay. And then you moved out, so I'm assuming that's it for you?
That is it for moi.
Okay. This thing is going to be like just sort of reeling from the sudden shockwave of that grasping attack, and it's just going to like blindly sort of and just lean forward and start barreling at you. That gives Craig an opportunity attack if you want it.
Yes. Give. 11.
That hits.
Okay,
Yes.
well there you go. 11.
For 11 slashing.
damage.
11 slashing. Okay. Yeah, you basically like lop off one of its arms, like clean into the chest cavity, and like the entirety of the shoulder is gone, and it kind of like gets caught off balance, but is still just barreling towards Cassius here. You can tell that it is bloodied. It's not having a good time right now. And it's going to try to just like with its remaining arm just try to backfist at you, Cassius. Cassius, sorry, with a 10 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Damn.
No! Oh no.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no, this
No,
is going very poorly.
What are your
6.
maxes? You're level 3, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not doing so good.
Oh my god. And it, well, my
Doing real
max
bad.
is 38.
Okay.
17, 38.
Oh, yes. And then the other one is jumping off about 15, 20 feet at right toward Craig. And it just kind of like walks toward the edge. It doesn't really jump. It just sort of just like steps over the edge and face plants on the ground.
Oh.
Clearly taking some hurt as it does. And then stands up and starts to shamble toward you, Craig. And that's going to be it. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I super think it's rude that this guy just ran away from me. Like, we obviously had something going on. I'm gonna run up and like, hey, what's your deal, man? And I'm gonna hit him.
What's your malfunction?
What?
your
Yeah, what's
fucking
your
problem,
fucking
bro?
damage? Other than the damage
What's
I
your
just did to your
damage?
arm. I don't care that you broke your elbow. 21 to hit for 11 more slashing damage.
Yeah, you basically cleave the torso of this thing in half, and you can see as the like from the lower chest up separates from the remainder of the torso and the lower body, it just kind of crumbles to the ground, and you can see these almost tendrils. They're like somewhere between sinew and smoke tendrils of ichor, kind of like thin and then break between the two pieces as it falls to the ground, and you can tell that it is no longer undead. You know what undead is in character, so I'm not going to say alive in quotes. It's no longer undead.
Who's supposed to do that?
You can make let's have you make a history check, actually.
Oh no, not my dumb boy. I will try. Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay. You do, I'm going to say, unless you say otherwise for character background, you probably have some amount of experience with like besting undead things, but like you've never, it's always either like blood or coagulated blood. This is different.
Not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay, anything else?
I'm gonna turn around and look at the other guy and, you know, brandon for my axe and say, bring it. Come at me, bro.
Okay, Cassius.
It's me again, huh? Okay. Okay. Let me just get rid of this item because I found finally the item that I want. Where's the map? Where's the map? Oh, he's way over there. Hot diggity. All right,
Yeah.
cool. In that case, the pipe that Cassius has been holding with his other hand, quickly twists off the actual like pipe affixation and places something very thin inside and blows on it, sending a tiny dart flying across. The dart glows thin and green. You see almost like a hairline needle fly across the room as it touches as it touches the zombie's face and just hangs there. And you see this little green bead glowing in the dark as it hovers slightly away from his face. There's a little acupuncture needle just kind of sticking into his face right now.
Even if he was alive, he wouldn't feel it.
That'll
For
be
now.
a 12 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Sick. In that case, is this the one that changes or no? Yeah, okay, cool. 1 necrotic damage to the poor little zombie.
All right.
You can see the veins in his face just kind of blacken slightly in a small 1-inch diameter around the needle.
Nice.
And then he's going to sit here and lean up against the wall and start coughing up blood.
Ooh.
Oh
Not-
my god.
Not doing well, Craig. You're doing a bad job, Craig. Get to the front lines, Craig.
Dude, I just got this one for you. I wasn't expecting him to run like that.
Blood trickles down his chin.
Okay.
If only there was
I'm
something.
dying, Craig.
It's Craig.
Yeah, so this zombie is just gonna like start to shamble, and it's sort of like half dragging one of its feet. You can tell it's a little slower than basically your average person. And it's just sort of like shifting its upper body to try to get itself more momentum. And
Is this thing actually a zombie, by the way?
yes.
Then its attack, if it makes one, will be at disadvantage.
Okay. It's going to be just like barreling toward you by the end of its movement, Craig, and just barely sort of catches itself as it tries to like take a swipe when it like right before it actually gets to you. Clearly misses by a mile, and then like is just barely able to stop and like puts its hand on you to sort of like finish stopping itself, and you sort of get your center sort of gets jostled a little bit, but it's not able to quite do anything. So it is your turn.
Okay. Well, you asked for it, man. I'm gonna
Don't you fucking
Raise-
deny
go raise my great axe again and just like go for another bisecting slash. Another 11.
Yeah, 11 hits. Yeah.
Oh my god, these rolls are horrible. I hope they get better.
Yeah, me too.
I sincerely hope they get better. Oh no. Alright. Yeah,
Anything else?
This is a, well, since this is a two-handed, I can't use an offhand thing. So yep, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, Cassius.
Damn you. Damn you, buddy. He picks up the pipe, feeds another needle into it, spits out a mouthful of blood, and blows another dart at the creature. Natural 20!
Oh
Nice.
shit! Okay.
Yes.
For those of you who are new to us, I like to do crits a little differently than as written. We are going to do max damage, including modifier, plus what you actually roll on the dice for it.
We use the badass system, the Bill Allen dice
Yeah.
damage alternative system. Oh wow, one of them rolled max already. I'll just take the first dice. So 8, 16 damage would be the total.
Oh boy. Okay. So 16 is the total with max plus your 8 rolls.
Yeah, but so max is 8, and then I just added the first die that I rolled was an 8 also.
Okay. And then your modifier?
Oh, we add my modifier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 4.
So 20.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So here's what happens. Okay. This dart like goes clean through like the neck of this thing, straight through the middle, and you can hear it sort of gurgle a little bit. And the sort of smoky ichor that remained on the other zombie's body starts to like fizzle out, as in like a finger of smoke going toward the neck wound of the second one, and you can tell that it's trying in some way to sort of revitalize, especially in your eyes, Cassius, as the more medical expert in this. And however, it fails. And this second one also falls to the ground, no longer aggressing you. We are out of initiative. And now you may continue.
Sweet.
Cassius, make a history check for me, please.
History check. I can do those.
Please.
18.
Nice.
Okay. In whatever history or experience you may have had, whether that's just purely academic or actually in person, other than today, you may have had with zombies or other undead, these occurrences at the time of death of these zombies is strange and new. The smoky, ichory sort of substance that leaked out of them, the fact that one was essentially like sort of animated, smoky, ichory substance going to the other at its moment of death, but it still fell anyway. No zombie you've seen or ever heard of goes through something like that. This is a new magical sort of happening and energy to you, and this does line up with the overall report that you got from your faction leaders that the cult is trying to develop new necromancy types of magic with respect to creating or maintaining undead creatures.
Perfect.
Yeah, I thought it was weird they were doing that.
Okay. That's very strange. And what was the actual physical thing that triggered that? They have a what on them that led me to that conclusion?
So when the first one died, Craig basically like sliced it kind of in half. And instead of blood or even like coagulated blood that you would normally expect from this type of creature being undead, what you saw was like this like more of a, you know what sinew is?
Sure.
It's like somewhere in between sinew and smoke, like a translucent, almost physical substance that sort of like was gripping it together like half-dried glue, and then just snapped apart when the two pieces fell apart. And then that substance kind of lingered and trained out toward the final wound of the second zombie and seemed to like attempt to assist it in staying alive, but failed.
Is any of that substance still on the creature?
Do a medicine check.
I can do those too. Medicine.
Okay.
12.
DC was not very high anyway, because it is actually fairly simple to observe that all moisture seems to be gone from the first one entirely. The skin and bones are extremely brittle to the touch at this point, but the second one, where the substance left to, you can see a little bit of like, imagine like discarded chewing tobacco, a little bit left around the neck wound of the second one.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Can I look up and see if there are like any more little guys up there? Any more goofy guys?
Yeah, make a perception or investigation check.
Okay, well, my investigation is marginally better than my perception, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And by that, I mean I have a +0 to it
Nice.
instead of a -1. But I got an 18.
So you sort of, you're going extra cautious right now after recalling everything that just transpired, and you start by trusting your sight what you can immediately see around you. You can almost just sort of see the ledge that this second zombie sort of shambled off of to get to you guys, and you can sort of clock at this point that that's where the rocks came from in the first place. It's difficult to tell, but you're pretty confident that there's no one else up there at least, and nobody else. Sort of the walls around you are fairly smooth, so there aren't any like nooks and crannies that anyone else could be hiding. But then you go, oh, I can't see very far, so just take an extra beat to listen. And all you hear is you can hear what you also feel as the faint breeze coming from inside the cave with that deathly smell. And the occasional drip of water, but nothing else that would indicate other creatures are nearby.
Looks and sounds pretty safe, but if I had to guess, there's probably a bunch of these freaks crawling around here.
Yes, well, give me just a moment. And he'll pull out a small vial, a little jar. Kind of looks like jam, but it's got a fleshy cloth cover, like very leathery, but it's still like fresh leather, so it's still plush. That's been tied over the top, and then around it in 2 strings of burlap rope are 2 strings going around the bottom that are sealed with a little crest. The crest has a gold and red shield with a bunch of letters and sigils on it. It looks like a really intricate crest, and then the ropes disappear into the wax and then split out and go over the top. And he just pulls back the fleshy top and dips his finger into it and starts rubbing it on the open wounds that he has. And you watch as the little wounds just kind of seal up right in front of you. He's going to cast restorative ointments.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's cool.
Oh, that's not a lot.
Oh,
Perhaps-
no.
Perhaps I could use just a bit more.
How did that happen?
And he'll take a little fingerful and swallow it.
Nice.
That's better. Ooh, it's exactly how much I needed. Were you
He has some
injured?
internal bruising. Just a little, but like, not bad. Just those rocks.
Okay. Show me where you were cut. And every time you show him like a wound where it hurts, he'll just flick a little on you from far away. And it'll just rub it in. Rub it in.
What are you?
Yep.
Oh,
Use those big, thick fingers. Rub it in.
it does so. Probably not bonked on the head.
You will also receive a D4. Well, for 3.
Oh yeah, that's all I needed. I only said 3.
Sick. Right.
And we go.
Moving on.
All right. As we continue down the tunnel.
Okay. I'll pause you there for description. You can see right at the last like half of your light right now, both of you actually, a round high ceiling cave is opening up here. You see just to your southwest. You know what? Forget the sideways map. I'm going up is north.
Sure. Yeah. let's do
Up
it.
is north. To your northwest, there's what looks from the ground for the first couple feet up to be like what would be a boulder, just kind of like plopped and embedded in the ground. But then you can see about halfway up, what it should be is that it's like cut off and flat. And everything else that you can see beside and beyond that is more black. You can tell that the room goes beyond.
Neat. Keep going.
mean, that's what
You like a
Craig is
nudge
thinking.
forward.
All right. Oh, why is that? No, that shouldn't be like that. Let's get rid of
These
this.
mysterious lines in the front of the,
It's a tall
in front of
boulder.
the cave.
Wonder what that indicates.
Oh my god.
um.
They're runes. Don't you see?
Oh man. Okay, so from here you can see that this flat-topped boulder is stained with red to brown to black stains from all over the surface, and even in a dripping pattern down the sides. You also see the beginnings of an exit from this room, both to the east and to the west.
Well, that's not a great sign. One might call that a red flag.
Red flag or no, we press on. And he'll stand out in the middle of the room here. It's hard to see. Could you bring the torch a little further in?
I'm coming, I'm coming.
All right. There seems to be
What
two
is it?
caves, so let's try this. And he'll grab his book that he's been kind of toting underneath him, and he runs his finger along the spine of it while holding the book kind of erect. And as he runs his finger along the spine, he just continues to pet, and eventually the book's binding arches its back as if following his hand, trying to get more pet. And the book slowly starts to form legs, a head, and a long black tail until it forms into the shape of a book, just kind of standing on his arm as he continues to stroke its back. And the cat kind of arches its back, waiting for the transformation to be complete while receiving pets. There's a little cat with yellow eyes and a little crescent moon on its forehead. Nurse, if you would be so kind. And he'll send it into this first room stealthily.
Okay. Let's have it make a stealth check, please.
Yes, indeed.
I love her so much.
Stealth.
Okay.
That's not good.
Oh no! These rolls, what is
all.
happening?
She rolled low. Bad,
Uh-oh.
nurse. Bad.
No, kitty.
Okay.
It's gonna cost me so much to bring her back.
I gotta look at vision quick. Okay. You can see what he sees.
The nurse is a she.
Okay. You can see what she sees, or
I can.
okay.
I can see through her eye.
Awesome. She sees in the next room. She's not able to see quite to the very end of it, but she can see that it's a smaller room. Okay, now she can see the end of it. Around the perimeter of this room are hung, and by hung I mean on like on racks, not like nooses. Like on racks, hung up bodies. And they have gone through various degrees of decay. You've got everything from about as much flesh that you saw on the zombies you just battled, all the way to bare bones skeleton and a few in between. There's a total of about 7 bodies in here. Half of them are actively clutching daggers or swords of various kinds. And really don't have anything more than scraps of clothing.
The nurse will probably inch closer to look under the scraps to see if there's anything worth noting that's not being seen on surface. Pawing and nuzzling it and moving things out of the way as best she can. Anything light.
Sure. Have her make an investigation check.
Yes, good nurse. Ooh. Investigation.
I believe in you.
Oh, crap. That's int?
Yeah.
Okay. She's dumb as shit, and I don't have an investigation roll for her.
Oh no.
Then yeah, it would just be an int roll.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have to assume it's with your modifier if you're able to
Good.
see. Yeah.
Otherwise, that's a negative number. So let me
Oh
do
my
mine.
god. A -4. Okay, yeah. 21
She's
is
an
much better than a
animal.
-2.
Yeah, 21.
no.
Yeah, but if you're seeing what she sees, I gotta say it's with your modifier. Okay,
yeah.
21. The floors around here are surprisingly clear when you think about the overall surroundings of this place. You would actually even get the vibe that these bodies are intentionally placed here and probably not for purposes good to you. There's nothing to pick up or take other than what is in the clutched hands of the few that are holding anything.
Okay. I'll point Craig the other direction and wait for the nurse to reach back out to us. I'll just kind of gesture them into the next cave over.
Okay.
Obviously
Even
nothing good, but what was in there?
Garbage.
Huh.
Garbage before, garbage now.
Oh, this is a tight squeeze.
Yeah, so ahead of you now is a tight squeeze. It is obvious that this would need to be a single file endeavor, and the cave rounds or the pathway rounds a couple corners, making it difficult to see what's ahead of you.
Oh boy. Alright, best be on our toes.
Indeed. You most of all.
I'm inching on it. And I'm scared.
Okay. You can continue to inch a little bit more before I have anything new to describe to you, but so far you've got, there are sharp edges around the walls of this cave. You actually need to be a little careful, more careful than usual, because you can see dried blood etched around some of the corners of these walls. So I will need you to make a dex check as you go through this.
You think I could well, actually, never mind. It's the same roll. This is like, could I maybe bargain acrobatics, but it's the same number.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Oh.
Nice. All right. So
Hey, watch your foot.
Yeah, you find yourself safe from the spurs and corners of the walls, but it is a tight squeeze, and you know that you need to be careful.
Oh man.
God damn it, nurse.
I'm assuming nurse is small.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
I should
she's
actually.
little.
Tiny.
She kitty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it. I'm gonna put it there so you can at least see her enough to move. And yeah, you can see this opening up to another cavern ahead of you, Craig. Nurse will not need to make a dex check because she is small enough that the corners and spurs in the walls do not affect her, but you will, Cassius. And I'm going to have you pause there. Cassius, can you make that dex check, please?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I rolled a 16.
Nice.
Nice.
A 16.
Okay. So you are also safe from the sharp corners and spurs in the walls.
Only body.
Nurse and Craig, you both see ahead of you. Wait, do you, Craig? Nurse sees different because of dark vision. Okay. Craig, you don't see this.
Oh.
The dynamic lighting lines on the map are just a little too forgiving. But Nurse does see both ahead of her and a little off of the right-hand corner, the corner going north. She's able to see two zombie creatures. It would be clear that they're zombie-like from their faces, the like shriveled up skin and sort of like darkened around the eyes, sort of complexion. But oddly, they're wearing garments. One of them has a sort of off-kilter crown and a dress that's in like very good condition. And the other is wearing a very poofy jester's hat with bells on the end that you can hear sort of jingle around every couple of seconds when it takes a step. And an odd like overall with one of the overall straps connected and the other's just sort of dangling, and it just goes to like these oversized pants that drag on the ground beside its feet.
I say we kill him and not
Yeah.
wait for him. The creature, right? Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?
I mean, probably not, man. If you're looking through that cat.
Just keep fucking walking, Craig, before I kill you.
Well, that wouldn't be very productive for either of us, now would it?
You're giving me a headache, Craig. Walk forward. Walk now. Walk fast.
Quietly. I will do it quietly.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. I'm gonna try at least. We're gonna see how this goes.
No.
15.
Okay.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Okay. You feel really good about being quiet with your steps and not letting. Are you wearing like any armor, or is it just like weapons and
No, I'm not armored. Yeah, it's
Okay.
weapons because it's barbarians.
like sort of keeping a hand on your holstered or bagged weapons to make sure they don't clang about, and one hand on the wall to make sure that you don't run into anything and your footsteps are nice and light and soft. But for all your effort to be quiet, you are still holding a source of light that makes the two creatures ahead of you that you can see, and then a third from around the corner shamble around to you. I'm going to move these tokens because they shamble forward or from the sides into an oddly tight formation between the three of them. One is wearing a dress and a crown. A second is wearing a sort of like disheveled overalls with stripes and a jester's hat with bells. And a third is just wearing beaten and tattered clothing with like shoes that are far too big for what its feet should be sized as. And they just sort of line up and put their closed fists on their hips, tilt their heads toward you, put their hands upward, and then down, dangle their hands about, and tilt their heads the other way. And we're going to pause here and take a quick break.
What?
We'll be right back.
You can't. Not
Okay.
At
All right, here we go. We're in. All right, we're back. And we have just witnessed, Craig and Nurse have just witnessed 3 zombies, oddly dressed, do a little, I'm gonna call it dance.
Yeah, it seems like a little band.
And now they're all just kind of hanging there with their heads tilted, looking at you.
Uh-huh. I
Time
feel
to die,
like...
clown.
Huh?
Time to die, clown.
Craig is just like cautiously like, I feel like he has his hand axes right now just because like having a big old great axe here in this tiny little space probably isn't a good idea. And he's just kind of brandishing those. It's like it's almost ready to throw, but then like also kind of tilts his head.
Okay.
Like, did they do anything?
Actually, make a performance check.
Oh no, why would you make me do that? I don't have charisma. Oh, apparently I do though, that's a 17.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, Craig's got the moves.
The one in the middle just sort of like holds out its cold, very undead hands and does like this little golf clap, and the other 2 just kind of like flail about like this for a few seconds, and then the 2 on the end split and sort of go off around in a circle and then switch sides, and the one in the middle just spins around in place, jingling its jester bells, and just like enters a silly pose like this, and the other 2 do a jazz hands ta-da. All of this is completely silent other than the footsteps and the jingling bells.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
You see Cassius pull out like a length of string that is tied together in a loop, and he starts feeding it through his fingers. And then when he pulls his fingers apart, they are intertwined in a cross weave. And he starts to start pulling them, tucking his fingers underneath, pulling it apart, and changing the symbols inside. And he closes his eyes and starts going da 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 tequila. And then an explosion happens right in the center of the 3 of them as he casts Shatter.
Oh my
shit.
god! No, not the zombie clown. Oh.
They need to make Constitution saves.
Okay.
Against that awesome damage.
$14, $13, $20.
The 20 succeeds. And the other ones take 15. The guy who succeeded takes 7.
Okay.
I forget, does this spell actually knock people away?
No.
This
just,
one
like,
doesn't.
Shatters like non, or like structural things.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. It should explode.
It does double damage to structures.
Okay, you hear this loud metallic bang right in, all of you hear this right in the center of them. And Craig, for you, this would be a surprise as basically the like head and limbs just explode off of the 2 on the sides in the middle of their jazz hands. and the one in the middle gets like this shockwave. And then you see it go. And as it's doing this, you can see 2 tendrils of this ichory, smoky substance going from basically the ground on the 2 sides where obviously the 2 other bodies would be, toward the middle one. And you can see that it's got like a wound across maybe one of its shoulders, and obviously you could see that the brunt of this attack would have been across its back. That wound, at least what you can see of it, Yep, that's what I thought. What you can see of it, kind of like fills back in as if the skin is like sewing itself back together, and you can see this like black ichor substance inching itself through as if it was the thread to do it. The other two zombies are still in pieces on the ground, and the one with the jester hat just continues this act, I'll say, of like being surprised and terrified, and it'll just like start running around and doing like chest compressions on one, and then do this, and then run to the other and do chest compressions, and like slap the disembodied head of the other, and then do this again, and then stand up and look at you and put one hand behind its back, the other across its stomach, and take a bow. And then it just puts its hand at its sides and looks at you.
You'll feel a weight on your shoulder, Craig. And you'll hear, like, Nurse kind of land on top of you, and you'll hear as she looks you directly in the eye, and then you'll feel the pressure of a foot on your back as Cassius grabs onto two stones and shoves you through the opening towards the zombie.
Oh my god.
When they propel you forward, like the first few steps you take, then you'll hear, like, as Nurse jumps off your shoulder and starts latching onto the face of the zombie. Let's put you there. Get the last one, get the last one, get the last one!
What are your passive perceptions, all three of you?
Oh boy.
9.
13.
Actually, your passive would be on Nurse too. So, through Nurse, actually, Cassius, you hear this, oh, and then Nurse like latches onto the last one. You hear, no, leave my precious alone.
I'm sorry. What?
It's super cut out for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
did it? Oh no,
Yeah,
I hit the
you
gate.
peeked your mic and they wouldn't let you say.
No.
Let's try from back here. No, leave my precious alone.
It's not better.
Just barely.
Leave my precious alone is screamed very loudly. I really hope it caught. No, if it didn't catch for you, it didn't catch for stream. There's a clip. Just like
Christ.
oddly high-pitched squeal pleads for you to leave their precious alone off in the distance to the north. So what's happening to the zombie here?
So it's just clawing at the zombie's face. It's gonna be doing, my Nurse is doing the help action.
Okay.
So whatever attack is made on the zombie will be at advantage while she's clawing the face. No damage to the zombie or anything though.
Okay. Spoiler alert, we're not in initiative because this thing is not attacking. It's just sort of like reacting to what's going on around it. So whatever you guys want to do.
Anyway.
Yeah.
In fact,
It's a
when
clown and it deserves to die.
when the cat goes on its face, it's going to like put its hands up as if it wants to like grab and remove the cat, but it's like oddly distanced and doing this sort of swiping motion in a very animated sense. By this point, you'd be able to tell in character, both of you, that this thing is essentially putting on a show. And now you are participating in it. So what would you like to do?
I mean, it's probably not good that there are zombies down here regardless of purpose, unfortunately. So I'm gonna throw a hand axe at it.
Okay.
Yeah. With advantage.
I feel, heck, the player feels bad about doing this. I don't think Craig does, because like this is kind of freaking him out.
Yeah, me, I would have been like, oh,
It's a 24.
Did I ruin your show? I'm
9
so
damage.
sorry.
Okay.
I know, like I feel bad. Like,
Cassius is like, you, your friend, everyone who's watching.
It's the only ability checks for help, right?
No, it's
Oh,
attacks.
advantage. Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me
Advantage.
roll another one then. All
Okay.
right, the first one was better.
Okay. It still works because your hand axe catches it right in the middle of the sternum, and you can hear this like snap, as if it was a fresh and healthy bone that you just cracked in half, and you can see this ichor substance sort of like leak out of the wound following the wedge of the axe, and these tendrils are like sort of fishing into the air as if they're looking for something, and eventually just wilt, as if you saw a plant just grow and die in a matter of seconds. And you are confident that it is now dead.
Okay, this is super weird, man. I was ready for the ones that were attacking us, but not that.
You hear a rumbling to your north, and Nurse is actually going to need to make a dex save.
No, not my precious.
Nurse will be fine. Nurse is expendable.
Oh,
20.
Okay. She's going to take 3 bludgeoning damage as a whole host of boulders and rocks and gravel fall from this edge to your northwest of the cave, blocking off the area that you heard this voice come from. In character, you heard it apparently through my I gotta check my gate levels or practice my voices better because I shrieked too hard. So this is now closed off.
oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So
it takes that one way we can go.
Yeah, I was
Unless
just
you
gonna
have
say,
a
other than
shovel.
cracks that you can see go spidering out in various directions, there is one clear pathway to your southwest.
So is the nurse takes 3 damage. The only thing you hear is as it turns into smoke and disappears and reverts to its book shape and lands on the ground.
Oh.
Unfortunate. Cassius will retrieve his book.
So Nurse is officially gone now?
Yep,
Yeah.
Okay.
R.I.P.
for now.
For now. Yeah.
For now.
We heard a voice earlier, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was from that direction, but it's super blocked off now.
Uh-huh. I see. This direction is blocked off?
Yeah, so the this to your north was open and is now blocked off. So now your southwest is the only clear direction other than where you came from.
Well, I'm not one to dawdle. We'll find whoever screamed, or we won't. They're probably dead under that burial of rocks.
They're not. They're trapped in wherever is back there.
Not our problem anymore. Proceed, Craig.
I mean, it's true.
They're the gods'
Just
problem
kinda gives a-
now. Hope they
Super
prayed
tight in here
diligently
again,
to whatever
man.
god they believe in.
Oh my god, I have to use the alt keys to like not be in the walls.
Yep. Yeah, this is another single file situation. Luckily for you, the opening here and the pathway is smoother. There is no, other than a creature larger than either of you potentially getting wedged somewhere accidentally, there's no danger in the natural curves of the wall.
Okay. Anything like fun on the walls?
Make an investigation
See?
check.
Okay.
It should be there.
That's a 9.
Okay. You see scrapes and scratches. It seems that this is like probably a newly or recently excavated pathway into this area, but there's no, you don't see any like runes or symbols or anything that you would be able to at least easily identify as such.
All right. Walking through the curves.
As we're squeezing our way through here, noticing that Craig is like looking at the walls like they're in a fucking art gallery. Cassius will run their fingers along the smooth surface and press to digitate to carve into the stone. Craig drinks pee. So witnessed by the Octicus Arcanus. And we'll keep walking.
Oh, dude, what are the chances there's another Craig here?
It's insane. It's a very common name. What did you say your last name was?
Pride Star.
Pride Star. Wonderful. Let's keep going. And as he turns around to keep going, he'll add Pride Star to the carving, and then keep walking behind him.
Oh my god.
Excellent. DM approved. Okay. As you exit the mouth of this, you see ahead of you several slabs of stone that have been fashioned into what look like tables. And you can see that at the end of your light, there seem to be more. And the two that you can see clearly enough do have at least what are left of bodies on them. And a couple of baskets, like wicker baskets on the head and foot of each, with familiar red, brown, and black stains kind of leaking out of them.
You're in the walkway, Craig.
Taking it all in, man.
Take it in over there, and I will inspect the first one.
Okay, anything in particular you are looking for?
I don't even know what I'm looking for. I want to poke around and maybe move something and provoke this place.
What are we looking at? Like, I don't even know how to process this.
Okay, so yeah.
How are you even?
Make a let's have you make a medicine check, since that's a thing for you.
Sure.
And Craig, you can make a perception check.
Yeah, I would love to.
That's a 10. A 10 for me.
10 on medicine. Okay. And then 11 on perception. So Cassius, you're going to notice two very specific things. One, it seems that across these tables, as far as you can tell with the light that you have available to you, there are human bodies with various body parts missing. In some cases, hands and feet. In one case, hands and feet. In another case, an arm and a leg. And in the third case, eyeballs, and the mouth is open, unlike the other two. So you can tell that there's like different body part experimentation happening across these three tables. And the second thing is for, sorry, you notice that. The second thing is for Craig to notice is that the number of body parts in the baskets at the head and feet of these tables is disproportionate to the number of bodies that are on the tables. And as Cassius is ruffling around with one body, you see a couple of the baskets like start to wiggle and shift, and a hand pops out of several of them.
Oh, not these.
And we need to roll initiative.
Oh no, not these. Oh, we're gonna be fighting the hands. Oh no. They're so weird too.
They are weird.
I love the stat block. So the fact that they thought about this.
Yep.
It's a 20 for me.
I rolled a 19.
Holy.
Oh, God.
Yes. It was a 19 for Cassius. 20? Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're in the same initiative order as 1, 2,
Look at them.
3. Oh, do they have the things for them? Yeah, I can show you. These pop out at you.
Crawling claw. I
Disembodied hands attack. Craig, you are first.
Like, oh, I was not expecting that either. What is this place? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and for the purposes of everything, I retrieved my hand axe back at the room. I won't just like leave it in the zombie. I'm gonna throw one hand axe at this one. Oh, is this technically engaged because they're smaller? Like, is this guy technically engaged with me or no?
Congratulations.
If you have a reach of 5 feet, then yes.
Okay, so I'll just take a whack at him. I will throw that one. So what? Natural 20? Like, no. I
No
don't
need,
like it.
no need to even roll the damage. You just you laser focus on this thing and just absolutely shatter it. Like 3 out of the 5 fingers are now disembodied, and the wrist is like limp. It's definitely fully dead and gone now.
Okay, great. Bonus action offhand. I'm gonna throw another hand axe, and I'm gonna throw that one over there.
Okay.
A 17.
That it's.
Great.
I don't think you even need to roll damage for that one.
Walk. Ah.
Yep. I'm gonna say the axe just like lands clean, splitting the fingers into the like live long and prosper formation, and just split it in half on the ground, and it's also gone.
One more on you, Doc. That's my turn.
Speaking of, it's Doc's turn.
All right, fine.
I don't have 3 attacks yet.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that
Oh
before
yeah.
you came out here. All right, I'll use a stupid spell on Torcha taught me. He pulls out a bottle of some fluid that glows when you shake it. It starts to get orange brightly on this dark green bottle, and he shakes it until it's literally glowing like a light bulb. And then he hurls it right across the room at this thing.
Nice.
I need it to make a dex save.
4.
Damn, you beat it. No. It's gonna take 4 acid damage.
In a shocking turn of events, this disembodied hand just kind of like rides on its fingers in place and melts from your acid.
Oh.
It is dead.
Well then.
We are out of initiative.
I was supposed to burn for a lot longer than that, but good fortune.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your very short encounter with the disembodied hands.
Yes.
They're
They're one of my favorite stat blocks. They're just so weird.
If they can actually last long enough to have their turn, it's a lot of fun, but they did not.
They did not.
Good job.
Craig was like, no.
Golf clap. Craig was a hard no.
Too many weird things going on.
Yup.
Here.
Oh man. Okay. Well, the scene that I've set before you is now before you again, but with a few dead disembodied hands in the mix. So what would you like to do next?
Well, what do you think about all this, Doc?
I'm beginning to hate this place.
Yeah, it's real freaky.
Well, as long as there's something to be gained by the end of it. Can you bring the torch over here? I can't see a damned thing. Oh.
It's a longer of a chamber than I thought.
Oh my. Is there perhaps another torch in here, or a dead... Or were any of these bodies wearing clothing?
I can
No.
only just give you another torch. I have a bunch.
Oh, you have another?
Yeah, I have like 20. Like it's the starting adventure pack thing.
Yeah, I don't have a single one.
Oh no!
Not
Craig
one.
just hands you his torch.
All I have is this
You,
little
like,
candle.
oh no!
Thanks.
I think a candle's like 10 and 10, which isn't great. Might be
I
less
made a
than
mistake. I'm
5
fixing
foot
that right
radius.
now. You should see some lights
that.
coming about.
The light.
Are they affixed to the wall?
They are motes of blue light, as I believe you can see them. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're motes of blue light that are just kind of floating right off of the wall that you see them on.
Mm-hmm.
Vision.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to be attached.
Can I grab one?
You can try.
Eat it.
I do that thing.
Okay. Let's have you make an Arcana check, please.
I can do those. Quite effectively. 17.
Okay. So this is a little different from what you would have experienced in seeing. You might have seen like persistent flame spells before, but this is like, it's different. It's almost like a glass orb that's emitting a little bit of bright light and then a little bit of dim light just for a bit, just enough so you can see what's around it. When you grab it, it's a little hot to the touch at first, but then you sort of focus your arcanic energy and are able to just sort of, it feels similar to the process of like attuning to a magical item where you just have to sort of concentrate on it for even just a second, and it ends up floating just an inch above your hand, and you now have a small magical orb of light.
Now, Cassius has studied at a university.
Okay.
High Pass University for 8 years before he entered a apprenticeship, as it were, to a major wizard. He's done a lot of studying, and he is of the knowledge domain.
Okay.
Is this a drift globe?
Let's have you make a history, or what would more align with like your studies itself? I think I'm just going to go with history check, and given your
Okay.
background, the DC is going to be very low. I don't think you can fail, but let's find out.
10.
Yeah, it's basically a drift globe.
Okay.
But like a smaller, simpler version of a drift globe.
Yeah. Yeah, don't they like technically have names? I don't remember what they're called in the actual book, but I think there are like smaller ones.
Yeah. There I don't remember. I thought I came up with this on my own at one point and then realized that did already exist. And then I was like, well, shit, but I don't remember what the actual name is.
Yeah.
Well, if this is a drift globe, I'd like to try to engage the brighter setting.
Okay. I will need to refresh on something real.
I wonder if it's one of those ones where you just clap.
No, there's usually a word, but
Someone
There's
please
two
make
settings.
a drift globe
Yeah,
that's a
light or
clapper.
daylight.
there's light or small sun. and they-
Okay. You would be familiar with the fact that it requires a specific command word in order to do so.
Mhm. Okay, well then I will sit down on the floor. now that I know this, I recognize this as a drift globe. I'm going to sit down on the floor, pull out the book that was Nurse. He's going to place it on the ground and pull out a small piece of like greenish chalk and just draw a circle. And he'll start to connect lines within that circle, drawing sigils in the vertices and ventricles of each angle and connection point. And then he'll place the drift globe in the center, and the circle will light up with this kind of greenish, sickly glow, and it'll just glow for about 10 minutes as he casts Identify.
Ooh, all right. Anything that's happening during this 10 minutes for you, Craig?
I mean, Craig's probably kind of walking around the chamber, just seeing if there's anything. Like, it's really quiet, right? Like, there anybody like moving around, or
So far as you can tell, without being very focused on it, all you hear is your own footsteps, the rubbing and clanging of your own items and materials, as well as Cassius's. But when he sits down and focuses on this, it's rather quiet. You do see the other drift globes around, off in the distance in various directions. One of them is notably on a staircase to your east. But as far as sounds go, no, there's really nothing else going on.
yeah, it's a really large passageway for nothing to be back here.
I gotta look at... Okay. Yeah, you do at this point see an additional table right here. Everything, you can tell by this point that everything seems to be like carved into the walls. So they're like whatever slabs of stone you've seen, including this table, the staircase to your east, all of it is like it was chipped away from that stone wall that existed there. It wasn't like built there from empty space. And on the floors around you, you can tell from some of the scrape marks that are especially immediately around your token right now, marks from consistent paths taken from what are probably push carts going in either direction, north to south.
Well, they're definitely moving something around here, but what?
Make a history check, Craig.
Sure. I'll give it a whirl. 3. Well,
Yeah, you're kind of scratching your head on this. Not exactly ringing any bells. We get to the end of the 10 minutes now, and Identify is complete. You would recognize the command word for this, Cassius, as a name. Orioth.
Orioth?
Yes.
oh my God,
O-R...
it's like people's souls.
Orioth. Oops, I
Okay.
gotta scooch this.
I'll pick up the drift globe and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And then I'll walk over to the one on the stairs over here. And I'll place my finger on it and speak Orioth.
Okay. Immediately, it gives a soft little ding sound and expands its light over the course of a few seconds. Becomes very bright for a good, 60?
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong. That is okay. There we go.
That's much better.
Mhm.
All right. You are now also on a staircase that continues to wind up the wall and goes to your southeast. It winds around a corner that you can't really see.
Mm-hmm.
And even Craig, you can't see very well the edge of it from where the light cuts off.
Well, no interest in doing that. So I run over to the other one and I grab it and I toss it to the barbarian.
What?
Craig, keep that in your prison pocket for a little while. We'll need it later.
All right.
And I'll head over to the next one over here. Touch it and speak Oriath onto that one as well.
Okay. We got a thinker in the group. Right, it does the same and lights up the cavern brightly.
All right, well. I don't have a coin, so Craig. Your brain is binary, up or right?
Right.
Good. I'll take a step around this corner just to take a peek. Is this a dead end here?
Sorry, ping it
How you
again.
doing, man?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Can't see anything.
Oh, hold on, man. I have a torch.
Ah, okay. Now that Craig's there with the torch, you can see, no, it's not a dead end. It is a continuing cavern that goes to the east with a split in the middle.
All right, well,
Oh.
it splits. I'll take out my orb, and so I'm less useless.
Okay.
I'll just hold on to it.
You're doing great.
Okay, that's 5 and 5. Boom. You are now also emitting some light.
Splendid. Oh, it reconnects. Look at that.
Look at that.
Reconnects and
this
splits again.
this is more complicated, though.
Oh, it's
Both sides of
elaborate.
this.
I always go to the right, but that's just me.
Always?
Yeah.
Well, you're alive now, so let's go right.
Okay. I'm going to have you pause there.
Yes.
Spear.
Because we are at a perfect opportunity for one more quick break for the night.
Okay.
As you've now chosen a path and are traversing down the right with one semi-lit drift globe and one torch. Ahead of you, as far as you know, is more open path. So we'll pause there. We'll be right back.
Tits.
All right, we're back. Yeah. Hey, we're going down a cave. We picked
I'm
a
sprinting.
direction. He's sprinting. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
Uh,
why are you going so fast?
Because I want to know. I'm curious.
Hard pause right there.
Wait up, man.
Right.
You took one hit from a zombie and almost fucking died, dude.
Oh, right. Good point. I cast false life on myself.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah. 7 temporary hit points.
Okay, so as you get to about this point, since your light is very small, and then the trailing light behind you becomes more prevalent as Craig catches up, you are going to notice around you an increasing amount, basically from the entrance of this area to like an increasing amount as you go in, just sleuths of bones. And occasionally, like the sort of coherent face down body on the ground, but just like piles and piles of bones.
The bone zone.
Never say that again. Hello?
Leave me alone!
Oh, Jesus. Who are you?
It's none of your concern. You will go away now.
Oh, come now. You know I won't be doing that.
No, I don't. You will go away now.
I take a step forward. We're not here to hurt you.
Deception check.
Listen, man, we just want to know what you're
I'm afraid you think I'm
raising all
not good
these
at those
dead
too?
guys.
16.
That's all we want.
I'm only good at shit like this.
Ooh. Are you here to help the cause?
What's the cause? Tell me.
You don't know what the cause is, and you hurt my zombies.
Oh, that was you. Listen, you created deeply unsettling puppets. I'm afraid I had no choice but to just a little bit, just a teeny bit of completely destroy them.
That was not just a little bit, and they were my entertainment. The only entertainment I could come up with in this godforsaken place.
Oh, well, if you need entertainment, I have something you can use. I know a song. Da 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 da
No.
da 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 da. Sing along. Da 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 da.
Tahina.
Tequila.
Oh,
Would you like to sing this
poor
one with
buddy.
me?
I
He
don't
pulls
like
out
it.
the string.
And I think
I don't like it.
at the I don't like it, I think is about the trigger for this.
This poor guy.
Oh, Will Friedle, is that you? Tell me that doesn't look like Will Friedle.
Oh my god.
For
You're
those
right,
of you
though.
who are, for those of you who can't see on stream, it looks like Will Friedle. It looks just like him.
Let's see
It
if
looks
I
Yeah.
exactly like.
did I do this correctly. Oh, it didn't come over. Yeah.
No.
I'm assuming you're casting your spell.
Yeah, I wave the string around my fingers and I start to go again. Would you like to sing this one with me? Da 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 da. Tequila, and I'll cast it right here. Just kaboom.
Okay, and that's a
Load.
save.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
The con.
Oh no,
save.
it's a con save.
Ah, con it is.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a lot of damage.
You just killed him. Now we
Damn.
can't ask him anything.
I don't want to know anything he has to say.
it's a 17 con save though.
Okay, so he takes half of that, which is still 12 damage.
Ooh. Okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
that's gonna be
Boy.
this. And
Oh, wow.
we are officially rolling initiative.
Good. A 2.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
Means he
boy.
gets an opportunity to speak.
Oh boy. 7.
Oh, boy, I'm now.
Why did we
Oh,
shatter
no.
Mickey Mouse? Now he's gonna fuck us up.
Oh, boy.
Okay. You're gonna hear this metallic, like metal on stone, just sort of tink, tink in the distance,
This music.
and
Oh no.
like this crackling of stone on stone kind of sound, but it's a little bit softer. And then after a minute, you realize it's actually bone on bone with like muscle and sinew just doing this coagulating together. And you're gonna see some bodies appear. One here and one here.
He made it sound like what? One more time.
No, fuck you.
No, didn't want to
Made it sound like.
All right, and this thing right in front of you, Cassius, is going to take its crude bone of a short sword weapon and attack you.
Come on, man, you gotta hear it, right?
It's a 16 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. It's gonna be 5 piercing damage.
Oh
Oh
boy.
no.
You make a slash, and like the clothing and flesh like rips open, like his whole chest comes apart, and then like a sickly green shimmer happens, and the damage is completely like almost like an illusion. It just kind of dissipates around him. Oh, that was close.
Was that a shield?
No, that's his false life.
Oh, nice. Okay.
it's a very good.
Yeah, love it.
That before
That hit
walking in
real
here.
hard.
Holy
Yup.
shit.
Okay, and then this zombie is gonna come shambling at you, Craig. I'm either gonna say it like that, Craig, or I'm gonna
Craig.
do this, but I could give it the verbal
Do
air
both.
quotes. And then give you a slam. Let's do a 5 to hit. Probably not.
No, it does not.
Doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah, okay. And then we're actually at Craig's turn.
All right.
You like my music?
This is good.
Tell you what, I think it's time. This place is real fucking creepy, and I'm tired of it. I'm gonna rage with
Yes,
my opponent.
Craig,
That's
yes.
it.
Yes, rage.
I'm gonna do it. All right, great. All right. With that, my action, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack this guy in front of me with my great axe.
It's a great
Wonk. 12 for 6.
12. Wait, this guy? Yeah, that
this
hits.
guy. That's right in front
6. What damage?
of me. Slashing.
Okay. 6 slashing damage. Okay.
Alright, that's the most I can do right now.
Okay. Does your rage do anything else? I forget when you get the like auras and shit.
No. We're level 3.
I think
Yeah.
actually
Are
I
you a
can do
totem?
something. Maybe. Hold on. The first creature I hit on each turn, because I am Path of the Zealot, and I'm not experienced with this
God.
primal path
Yeah,
at
okay,
all.
okay.
So they get extra damage.
Okay.
All right. Let's do
Radiant
that.
explosions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Divine Fury, nice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
6 damage.
Okay. You like lop off a huge chunk of this thing's torso and like one of its hands at the same time. Anything else?
That is all I can do on this turn.
All right, Cassius, you're up.
Neat. Well, I reach into my cloak and pull out a white glove that I then slip over my dominant hand. It reaches just to the wrist, and he claps once with it. A sigil of circles appears and burns orange on the front of the glove as he places it right on the skeleton's forehead. And a cone of flames explodes out of his hands,
Nice.
engulfing the skeleton's face. Inflict burning wounds. I need a dex save from it. Oh, buddy.
15.
Take half of this for 7 damage.
Okay.
It's fire damage too, by the way.
Yeah, you end up like the cone ends up just blasting out several of the ribs of the torso of this thing. You can tell it is bloodied. That hurt.
And then I'm gonna risk it. I'll run straight here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Bam, right there. No
Okay.
disengaging, nothing. Just swing at me. Do it.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. 5 crit
Bring it.
fail. Crit fail.
Yes. You
Nice.
skeleton.
Takes like this slash that ends up making it swirl around its own head 3 times and then stops in place and takes a power stance.
Your attack rolls are.
Anything else?
That is it.
All right, that'll bring us to back at the top. You're gonna hear another tink, tink, and
No.
more crackling of bones grinding together, and muscle and sinew making its awkward slurping sound that I'm not gonna make again.
You sure?
But then you'll see, as one of them over here for you, Craig, stands up. You're also gonna see just this hand and like half of a forearm come out from the rock immediately to your east, and you'll see this black ichor substance go from the creature that just stood up to the person standing behind the rock, and then that creature will collapse to the ground again.
Oh, dude, he can do the same thing the zombies can.
All right, then we're on the skeleton right here. It's gonna move up directly toward Craig. It's not smart enough to flank. I'm keeping that honest. So it's just gonna take a short sword attack against you with a 9 to hit.
Oh no, that will not hit me.
All right. Then we are on the zombies. One of them is gonna start barreling toward Craig, but can't quite make it. The other is going to take a slam attack on you where you stand. Crit fail.
Not with that.
Swing and a miss.
Go. Bring it on.
All right,
Oh, a monster.
that brings us to Craig.
All right. Craig is gonna keep hacking and slashing at these things, but now he's seeing that there's more of them. He's gonna put his great axe back because he's outnumbered at this point. So he's gonna have his hand axes and he's gonna start slashing away. Using my action We're gonna go for this guy instead, the skeleton guy instead. So this will be the first one of the round, which will be the whole like extra damage thing if I hit.
Okay. 14 does hit.
Okay, great. So it's that 8 slashing plus this thing that I have to roll.
Ooh.
Ooh, 7. And wait, does divine? Okay, it doesn't roll at all into divine fury. I thought it might, but I also need to add my rage damage. Because I am raging now, so that's, let's see, D&D Beyond is +2.
It looks
So
like.
that's,
What's your strength? 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not adding it automatically.
Yeah. So just I wonder if it'll do it that way. Does it do it that way? No, that wasn't. Don't count the 5. Just it's a +2 on top of all of that, so it would be 17 total.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and beyond 20, you might not do it in a very good way.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you clocked it because I did not. This thing.
Well, I spent this round actually reading the blocks because I was like, I don't have resistance to damages, but I bet there's other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So you take a slash at this thing, just like reeling around and doing like a lower cut,
Wow.
and just from the shoulders down to the opposite side hip, just completely collapse this thing on itself, and it scatters across the room. This thing is super dead.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not that one. Wrong one. This one. Anything else?
Well, I can offhand now because I used a one-handed thing. So I am going to take a slash at this guy next to me. I cannot use my Divine Fury for this one, so I just did the standard 15 for 6 plus my rage damage, which would be 8.
Okay. With another hand axe attack?
Yes.
Okay. Right in the sternum, and it just gives an exhale that completely deflates it, and it falls to the ground, also dead. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Cassius.
Cassius pulls out the pipe and fires, puts the little needle in the front, and shoots another one at this guy right here.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Let me check.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it
I
hits.
think that just misses.
Shit.
5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And if it's undead, his next attack is at disadvantage.
Got it. Anything
And
else?
I think that's everything I can do because I don't have any bonus action. Hold on. Nope. I do not.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Cassius, you're going to see, well, both of you are going to see on this rock in the middle of the room, there's going to be this like fleshy muscle and sinew that emerges from the stone and forms in a matter of like 2 seconds. A dozen hands with like forearms and sometimes all the way up to the elbow, just in this twisting motion, in this contorted like arm of arms, I'm gonna call it, that's holding what looks like a staff with like this half of a quarter of a moon shape point, like almost like the claw of an animal sort of decoration on the tip of it that's radiating a bright blue energy, and pops out of the what pops out of the top of this mud arm of arms thing is an orb that's about the size of a bowling ball, and it has this image of a person in it, that is like, it looks like it's watching this whole thing happen. And you'll see the person next to the rock just sort of like look at that and get this look of, oh shit, on his face. And then he is going to like slap one hand open palm on his chest and cast a spell. I don't know if either of you has counterspell or if you can do anything about that.
Yeah, let me check. I'm pretty sure I might have something.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a level
I
3
don't.
spell.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke. I'm just muscle boy. You know what item I chose? I chose the decanter of endless water because I thought it was funny,
Fuck
and I thought there might be
yes.
something. I could do
Nice.
with it.
Open one of their mouths and just let it run.
Just
And watch
Yup.
them fill up like a balloon and
fucking
explode.
fountain. No, that's too fucking real.
All right, and then you're gonna see him like do these two motions. Clearly, he's throwing something at like the various piles of bones and bodies on the ground, and you hear this
No.
tink tink again.
Ah.
And you're at least able to see this one spawn off the ground. And then we are on both of their turns. What is it? Oh, okay.
I want to attack that pillar. If I put my mouse over the pillar that's throwing things, does it have a health bar? Like,
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out. So
Do
one skeleton actually shambles at a surprising speed towards Craig, and the other goes toward you, Cassius, and is able to actually make an attack with its bone of a short sword. It's like a shaved off femur. 6 to hit.
6 to hit? No.
Yeah. Okay, the other one is not able to attack Craig, so that's going to be it for that. And
Wait,
then
did this thing just run right by him?
That's what I was saying. I was like, do I maybe get like an opportunity?
Oh, yes,
attack?
actually you do.
Yeah.
if you want it.
Yes, I will take it. Give me
Crush him.
12 for 11.
12 actually does not hit.
No.
Oh no.
Well,
Just barely
at least we
misses.
found the
This
AC.
one's bigger.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and then that brings us to this guy who's going to shamble over and try to take a slam at you, Craig.
Yeah.
Ooh, not that. 21 to hit.
Oh my god, that hits.
It's going to be 4 bludgeoning damage.
Reduced to 2. Because rage.
Got it. And then it is also your turn.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, someone managed to actually hit me. Let's go. I'm gonna take a slash at him.
Wait, this was the one that attacked?
Yeah.
Did it make that attack at disadvantage?
It did not.
Oh shit.
It did not.
Fuck.
It's okay. It's not a lot of damage.
Rolled
because they're
higher.
doing bludgeoning.
Yeah.
I appreciate it though.
Thank you for reminding
Alright.
me.
All right, a 13, and I was gonna go for this guy. Actually managed to hit, and that made Craig mad. Since he's the first guy I hit this round, I can do Divine Fury again.
13 hits.
So, yep, 13 hits for 7 slashing, and then 6 radiant, and then 2 radiant on top of that.
Remind me which one this was.
This guy right here, because he managed to hit Craig, and that made him mad.
Okay. Yeah, it hit either way. I just needed to make sure I got the right one.
Yeah.
6. So 13 total, or 15 with the extra
Plus the
2.
rage, yeah. So
Okay.
15.
Yeah. So with the radiant damage is gonna create like a bright white light in the slash hack that you create in it, and it's going to fall to the ground with like a slowly simmering embering effect from the wound, slowly turning it into dust. Anything else?
All right. Well, I can offhand. I'm gonna do that with this guy. He's still in range. I'm gonna go walk. 25. Let's go. For 12.
25
Yeah.
for 12.
Yeah, that was max. Yeah, that was max damage.
Yeah. Okay. It falls to the ground as well. Anything else?
I think Craig is just gonna call back. I think we gotta get to the guy controlling all these guys, man.
Go.
All right. You okay with this skeleton back here, or?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna put 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'll just stay at this 25, and now I see this man face to face. Wilfredell.
Yup.
Boy meets axe.
Okay. Yep. Okay. This guy's gonna have this like response to you doing that, and you can see that he's been like manipulating his fingers in ways toward the creatures that are now dead on the ground. It's going to be Cassius's turn.
Okay. In the darkness, through which only I see. I look this zombie in the face, and I tell him, "You're going to regret coming here, my little bitch boy." And I reach into my cloak and I pull out another one of these fun little bottles. I uncork it, spit into it, and it starts to glow red, and he starts to shake it up violently until you see the fizz rumbling into it, turning it orange again. You can see the orange glow through the green bottle. And I'm gonna break it open on this zombie's face. I need a dex save from him.
Nice. That's a hard no.
Woo! Suck it, bitch. 5 acid damage that burns through his fat little dome.
Woo.
And he'll take more at the beginning of his turn. At which point, I'm gonna run away like a baby. Go ahead and do what you will. but I
Yeah,
run
it's,
away.
it's gonna do the thing. It's gonna take a swipe
Acid in your eyes.
for a 12.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, it's gonna be 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Yeah, you'll hear like, ouch. You're gonna hear like a quick, as he like hits the bruise and the ensuing ripped cloth. You can see his shoulder kind of poking out as it like snaps, and he lifts the cloak up to reveal the bone is poking through his flesh.
Oh my god.
The flesh kind of like snaps, like grabs the bone and snaps it back into place. But the wound is still open as his false life runs out. And he takes 2 actual damage.
Nice. Okay. Anything else?
This is it.
All right. This guy is going to just sort of like look at this staff in the hand of hands and look at you, Cassius. And as he changes his gaze, the whole arm is going to just like shift as if it's pointing the staff at you. And oh shit, I forgot to put this up.
Oh god.
You're gonna see these
fuck.
blue motes of energy explode out of it. Yep. You're gonna take 10 magical force damage as 5 bolts of energy just explode out of this thing toward you.
A bolt.
Let me make sure I did that right. Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
Any reaction to that, or should I continue?
I can't do anything.
Okay. Then this
Put my
guy's
hands up.
no, officer. This guy's gonna like take a quick awkward lunge toward you, Craig, and put a hand on you and cast a spell.
No. I wasn't expecting that.
Whoa, why won't you show me the thing?
Click the button, magic. The suspense is
Oh my
killing me.
god. Nope, I messed up. I exited something. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
The only
Oh,
downfall of doing
no.
things online. 14 to hit.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't hit. Okay.
Misses.
So it like plants a hand right on the middle of your sternum, and you can see this like black and purple energy emanating out of it, but you're able to just like shift off in time to make the hand slide off. And then he goes, "Oh, shit," and ducks away. You do, I believe, have an opportunity attack.
Dude, not cool. I have to ask you to stop doing that, man.
Cleave his ass and paw.
Oh, we're gonna see. 15.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that's for 10. That never gets not funny.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Or like, ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
that got some
All right.
bone in it.
Then we're on to the skeleton that's gonna run toward Cassius here and take another slash.
Oh, hold on. It's gonna take 2 more D4s of damage when it moves on its turn.
Ooh.
3 more acid damage as it eats away at its fat little head.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. And then that is a 6 to hit you.
Woo! Suck my dick!
Excellent. Swing and a miss. And it is Craig's turn.
Yeah, come back here, man. I'm just gonna run off, I guess. We're gonna keep trying to hit him. Since it's just 2 of us for now, I'm gonna take out my great axe. And you know what? I feel good enough about making this a reckless attack. We're just gonna make this a reckless attack. I'm gonna make this an advantage. For an 18.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Alright. So that's the 10 slashing for that. And since he's the first guy that I have attacked, I can do Divine Fury. For 2 more. But hey, I guess that's 2 that I didn't have before.
Okay. Clearly this hurts. This guy's resilient, but he's having a bad day. He's bloodied.
Okay. And since I used my great axe as a 2-hand thing, that's all I can do this turn.
Okay. Cassius.
Haha! Clear! Natural 20.
Damn.
Let's see. I'm just gonna roll this one and take the damage from the first die, which is an 8. So it's again max damage. 16 plus 20 damage in a shocking grasp.
All right, you're gonna see this thing absolutely explode, and you will physically see this ichor smoky substance like stretch in between all of the bones of the skeleton where normally tendons would be. And they even try, they look like in the moment they try to stretch out extra tendrils and like grasp onto the ends of the bones as they're flying apart, but there is no chance. They absolutely spread apart to the point of shattering the bones themselves, and this sinewy, smoky substance in between just dissipates into dried out ash. That's new, but obviously it did not work. Anything else for you?
Huh. Coming, Craig. Then run up here.
Okay. Craig,
Hey.
the hand of hands is now going to point the staff toward you, and it's going to light up this single claw-like arch in a bright blue and shoot out 5 beams at you
Oh no.
for a total of 20 magical force
Oh.
damage.
Okay, well, I just take that because I'm not really it's fine. That worries me a little bit. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I can't take that again.
And then this guy is going to yeah, he's gonna put a hand out toward you, Cassius, and try to touch your shoulder. Where did this go?
Dude,
Oh, that's
unwanted
not-
physical contact.
No kidding.
Here we go. That's it. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 8 necrotic damage to you as you can feel some of the life energy sapped out of you.
Ow!
Like, please tell me you're alive because otherwise we're gonna have a problem.
I'm feeling okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
Craig, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna second
Ooh,
verse.
I made a
save is the
mistake.
First.
I made a mistake. Oh, wait, no. I did make a mistake. I didn't mark this one as dead. It is your turn.
Oh. Okay. Second verse same as the first. We're gonna reckless attack this guy with my great axe again. 17.
Oh, yeah, that super hits.
is- Yeah, 11 slashing again. He's and divine fury zone. So 4 more on top of that. So 15 total.
All right.
Wonk.
This is like a slash across the torso of this guy, and it is immediately just gushing blood. And with the divine fury, you can tell that there's some extra like magical energy just giving him some extra pain and suffering here. He's in real bad shape, just barely still there. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Cassius.
Hoorah.
Clear.
Oh god, that's still like I hate that sound
I'm
so
just gonna
much.
jab him in the neck with it.
It feels like my headphones are zapping me, and I don't like that.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Come on, end it.
8
Yeah.
fucking damage. This thing has rolled max damage every fucking time.
Yup.
I
Yeah,
cast
shock
this
and
spell.
grasp is like absolutely goated this one
Yup.
shot.
Okay.
Such a spell.
All right. Bright. I'm going to need you to please flavor the demise of your final enemy in this encounter. Encounter.
Ever touch my f***ing shoulder ever again. And I grab him by like the nape of his neck, and I put my finger like right on the stem of his brain stem and pinch the fat of his neck with the outer two, and I just hold him there like I'm holding a puppy by the scruff, and I just shock the fuck out of him, and it continues to do so.
God.
Damn.
I'm
Continue to
holding
do
my
that
headphones,
until
like,
he
out from my
starts
ears.
to smoke out of his eyes and mouth and nose and ears. the eyes kind of melt away like they do when you're being run through with a million volts of electrical energy. His face gets like one of those Lichtenberg scars that runs up his face, and he just goes limp.
Nice.
And I let him go.
Okay, he goes limp. You let him go, and both of you get one final glimpse at the orb that's been hovering above the hand of hands for the last 12, 18 seconds or so. And you catch just a very brief glimpse of a very clean haircut human man with like Fu Manchu and a little bit of a goatee, who's wearing who's got like these purple robes with purple and black like shoulder plates that spike out and curve up. It's clearly very decorative, but still also functional kind of armor. And for a brief moment, you see this sort of small winged lizard creature just sort of crawl up and around his neck and on top of his head just to peer at you for the last second before he gives a frustrated and the orb just explodes. The hand of hands from the stone instantly dries and starts to crumble into dirt and dust from the fingertips down to the base, and the staff just plops onto the stone right in front of you. And all of these bodies, piles of bones, and this staff now remain around you. What would you like to do?
Da, 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 da. Is it still there? Like you said, he's gone, right? Nobody else is here.
The X's on bodies are marking like the last guy himself and the piles of bones or zombies that you actively killed, because they are still like together, but everything else, yeah, otherwise everything's gone.
All right, I'll start rifling through homies' pockets. Make them run them jewels.
Okay, investigation check. You do find a book, as well as a small pouch of 12 gold pieces and small, very folded up several pieces of parchment. That seem to have personal notes on them.
What's the book?
Yeah, when you open it up, it's very obvious and easy for you to tell no excuse me, no check necessary. It does appear to be a spell book.
Huh. Well, I'll just hold on to that. What spells are in it?
Let's have you make actually an Arcana check for this for reasons.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, hell. This is just fitting right into the narrative here. So you've got some basic ones: Chill Touch, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, Shocking Grasp, False Life, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Ray of Sickness. And then we get to the interesting ones: Crown of Madness and Misty Step, which it appears that he had not really had a good opportunity to use against you, or didn't think to do so in an opportune moment. And then Vampiric Touch with an asterisk, and Animate Dead with an asterisk. And then there is there's an extra page. There's a way in D&D to calculate the number of pages the spells take up. I'm not going to do that math right now. You would know there's an extra page. Half of that page is taken up with one asterisk corresponding to Animate Dead, that has some extra notes, incantations, and materials for continuation of an animated dead after the animated dead has been defeated. The vampiric touch has very similar notes. They both seem to be a sort of extension of these spells that enhance them for whatever living being is involved on the bad end of the spell, to sort of extend the effects of what you can do with them.
And what are the notes for the vampiric touch? Like, what does it do exactly?
The vampiric touch specifically is going to have notes of not needing to be within melee distance anymore in order to continue the effects. As in, when you succeed on touching, then you continue the effects even after going out of what is the standard range of the spell. And actually, as you read on, you see animate dead as well. The asterisk includes, normally this spell would include touching touching a dead creature and reanimating it. But these effects can be mimicked and put permanently into an item until it comes in contact with a dead or living creature of willing constitution.
Oh my god.
Do me a favor and send me that later.
Yeah.
Use this. I assume you can't read, Craig, right?
I can read.
Perfect. You'll take the gold then, and I'll fling the bag over to Craig. And I'll keep these nasty little words on paper that you hate so much. And I'll start opening like the folded notes.
That's so rude of you, man. I mean, I trust you because it looks like magic mumbo jumbo that I don't really care about. But
It is. It's
right here, man.
magic mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo, far too mumbo for your jumbo brain.
I resent that, Doc.
You resemble that, Craig. Enjoy your gold. What does this folded paper say?
So the folded paper is like 3 or 4 different pieces of paper that seem to have like their own beginnings. They're not really entitled, but make an investigation check, please. Should be simple enough.
Everyone's got to write in code. 8.
Yeah, it's easy enough to decipher that each piece of parchment is like its own section. Not formally titled, but you can tell from the phrasing and writing itself and from the references within the writing that each page is a different section. Demarking body parts, hands, feet, and then legs and arms are kind of in their own section together, and then head. And the notes on each for which are notating the different effects of the same magical attempt at manipulation and the results of each.
That's interesting as well. Does one of the sections reference the arm that we were seeing?
Do you mean the arm that was holding the staff? No, there's nothing across the notes that really seems to match that specifically.
Okay. What were we in here to retrieve again? Cassius would know. I don't fucking remember why we started.
The Discord message I sent you will have that.
Yeah.
I think it was more about like general whereabouts because, you know, there was such and such rumor to be happening here. So it's like, hey, what's going on?
The rumor about stuff happening here was just was really pointing you in the direction of this is where some strange stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm.
That first paragraph was really more along the lines of like, hey, this group of people told us that like apparently the cult can turn dragons into Dracoliches with like a very different method than we're used to. and we need to like figure out what's going on with this strange magic, this new forms of necromancy.
Okay, well, collecting the wordy bits, I'm gonna fold them all up into a neat little packet. Okay, you want words on paper. Here you go. I'm gonna put them right into Craig's chest and pat them. Those are your wordy bits. Bring them back to the Zahentarim or whoever the fuck. And they'll be quite pleased to have those, I imagine. And we can return them without ever having encountered a single dragon. Not that we could handle one at our level. Not that I wouldn't enjoy seeing you handle one at your level. But suffice to say, we can bring this back. This is sufficient for their motives, I presume, Mr. Pridestar.
Yeah, I think we've largely gone through all of this place, except for that stairwell up there. Not sure if there would be anything helpful there, but...
I'll bet you 5 gold pieces that that's where they're keeping the dragons.
Maybe.
You're going to go look, aren't you?
Maybe. It's the peak.
You first.
Okay, it's like, I'm not sure if like we want to like do the whole like trace back or anything like that.
I
but-
can,
Hell,
yeah,
you're
just
gonna go back to the
go
steps.
ahead and
Yeah,
send your
please just
tokens.
move. This is like good God.
Yeah, he already
That's it.
himself. I'll move you.
Okay.
Whoops. There. Oh, hey,
I'm
hello.
just curious. For the sake of loose
Oh, the
ends.
stairs reach at the top, and there's an anus-sized door hole.
Yeah,
Doesn't
going
look like we're
right
meant
there.
to go in here.
It is just big enough for one single person to like inch through. Let's do this. There we go. And you can see a couple of platforms that are on a sort of like on-off sequence for both sides, corresponding to a pair of ropes that are going up to the ceiling and on a couple of pulleys. It would become very obvious that this is the system that was used to drop boulders and rocks to block off a way of passage that somebody would have taken to get back here before you did.
Okay.
Well, I'm leaving. Mr. Pridestar, it was a pleasure. It was an experience.
I'll take it. I respect that.
If you ever find yourself in Oslavar, please expend all other resources before contacting me.
Good to know.
Okay. I think we're at pretty much the point that we can exposition the rest of this, unless you want to actually roleplay through it. But
Nah, it's okay.
this is at least where I prepped to. I knew there was a chance we would finish early, but this is essentially the point that you would probably go back to the people that had sent you out here in the first place to give a sort of mission report.
Back to Fazul.
Yep. I will ask this in summary, at least. Is there anything in particular that you would want to point out, or is there any particular thing that you would want to leave out from the details of today's mission and its happenings and your findings?
Dude. Craig, I don't think is really thinking about like what things the Zentarum are really gonna like maybe use to the disadvantage of people.
Probably leave out, aside from the notes that we found, anything else that we found. So the drift globe, the spell book, the gold.
Okay.
Not reported.
So things relevant to the like idea of the mission that you were sent here for, you would share, but specific
Everything else.
items you would keep to yourself. Okay.
Correct.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's going to be a day for us. a fun little offshoot one shot. And I'm just gonna say this right away. Since this is and has been a long running campaign, we've kind of run into sometimes when life happens, we have more than one or two people that can't make it for a session, and we just kind of have to cancel. I am trying to alleviate that a little bit more so that we can get a little bit more continuity in the campaign as well as breadth to accompany the depth of the campaign we have. So this has been a one shot for just the three of us that is related to the campaign that is All Hail the Queen in some ways or others. And that will continue as we have, down the line if we have multiple people that can't make it. But we have several people that still want to play. So we're going to go through the two of you, yourselves and your characters real quick for this one shot. We're closing the books on these two, at least for now. And any fun stuff you have coming up that you want to announce before we close out for the night, starting with Heck.
All right. Hey everyone, it's me, Sir Heckalot. And tonight I played Craig Brightstar, the human barbarian that I randomly enrolled on D&D Beyond today. It was a great time though. I have learned more things about playing barbarians because I don't play them almost ever. Yeah, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter as long as it's still alive, because I'm just gonna go down on this burning ship, honestly. I'm on Blue Sky though. I'm on like other surviving social media, so just go follow me there too. It's best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander just a whole lot. Most notably, this Sunday you can catch me over on Singularity Roleplay, playing City of Mist. And when I'm not over there, all the other Sundays you can catch me on Indoor Adventures playing Apocalypse Keys, and it's a really fun time too. I enjoy that game a whole lot. I also do 2 games with Neon Lights Roleplay, one of which is coming up this Friday, the 15th. Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, which is a Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign where we are going to be fighting the Frost Maiden, and I am scared. And then on the 18th, and every other Monday, you can catch me back over there with Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, and it's a great time. Some good Greek myth inspired fun. But yeah, that's it for me. On over to Bright.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bright. You can find me on all forms of social media at Bright Dystopia. Tonight, I played Dr. Cassius Solomon Ipsister. And if you like my dickhead cleric, you can find him again over on the Overprepared DMs YouTube channel, where they will be soon releasing episode 1 of Tales of the Seven Stars. It's a show with me, Dorky Teacher, Sugarpunk, Slumber Jane, and my name is Alex, DM'd by the Overprepared DM himself, Emo Azamar, and edited by Jenna's Online. It's going to be a good show. Cassius gets a lot more interesting as this show progresses. This is a fun place to test out where he would have been beforehand, but be sure to check those out. Otherwise, come find me and my mods and some friends playing games on Sundays and Mondays, and sometimes Thursdays, where we play what will probably be Baldur's Gate for the forever future, until I get sick of that game, which doesn't look like it'll be anytime soon. We'll see you there. Take it away, mate.
All right. And finally, I'm That Magic Juice. I am the DM and cat herder of these two, plus 3 more usually. Again, today was a sort of fun one-shot offshoot of our normal campaign, which will return in 2 weeks, as of right now, to the main campaign with the main characters, right here at the same time, 8:30 Eastern. That is All Hail the Queen. But what I usually do on this channel is video gaming stuff, mostly Elder Scrolls Online. So if you're into high fantasy MMO stuff, that's what I do for the most part. I am also soon going to start a series on TTRPG. No. Different acronym. JRPGs. starting with my favorite video game of all time, The Legend of Dragoon. Absolutely no inspiration to this campaign at all. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And at the end of the day, most of my D&D stuff is actually on the other channel I run, which I'm linking right now at Crits and Giggles. There's lots of stuff happening there in the now and foreseeable future. It's going to be a good time. So other than that, we'll see you back here for this campaign again in 2 weeks. I'll be back here on this channel with other live stuff as of tomorrow. And I hope you all have a good night and a good weekend. Be cool, everybody. Say good night.
Good night.